Good day, I'm Angelica B. Andrin. The previous lecturer talked about the trend analysis, in which it is used in analyzing the changes in ratios and in determining how an entity will perform. And now, I will discuss the index number trend series and the interpreting trends by graphing and trend line. After this lecture, the students are expected to know how index number is being used in financial analysis, and they will know also why index number is being used in financial analysis. And lastly, they are expected to know how to interpret trends by graphing and trend line. The goal of financial analysis is to predict the future performances of an entity based on its performance. The ability to use the financial data to evaluate an entity is important for managers, investors, and creditors. There are different methods which can be used in financial analysis, and one of those is index number trend series. Index numbers are used to measure the changes in one or more variable over a period of time. These numbers are stated as a percentage of a base figure. A collection of index numbers per years is referred to as index series. Index numbers allow us to quickly compare the percentage change of an item to its value in a base year, and it makes us see the performance trends. And an index number for a trend analysis is calculated by assigning a value of 100 or 100% to a base period. And a base period usually is the first or the oldest in a period of time. So this is the formula in calculating the index number. And to illustrate an example, here is the index number of statement of financial position of the Rojas Food Ventures Incorporated. As we can see, the proponents of the Rojas Food Ventures Incorporated use the year 2012 as the base year, and the accounts under the 2012 has a value of 100. And then, to get the index number for the year 2013, let's say for cash and cash equivalents, the amount of the cash and cash equivalents on 2013 should be divided to the amount of the cash and cash equivalents on the year 2012, and the answer on that should be divided by 100 to get the index number for the year 2013. And the same goes with the other period of time. Okay, and this is the rest of the index number of S&P. In interpreting trends, the first thing that should be done is to determine the pattern of changes, whether it is increasing or decreasing. Then, to establish the general movements of the figures, whether it is upswing or downward, it is best to use graph. And in the graph, establish the trend line. So to illustrate, the cash ratio data in the financial plan of Ross Food Ventures Incorporated is used. So as you can see, the Ross Food Ventures Incorporated has a cash ratio of 0.31 on 2012, 0.23 on 2013, 0.25 on 2014, 0.28 on 2015, and 0.22 on 2016. So, to make a graph, I plot the data on the Excel, and here's the result. So as you can see, the entity's cash ratio has an unstable trend, and it is generally decreasing. So here is the trend line. To summarize, an index number measures the relative variation in price, quantity, value, or some other item of interest from one time period to another. Thorough investigation of these changes assists the entity to implement appropriate financial measures in order to accomplish growth with fairness. Index numbers are termed as a measure of change, a device to measure change, or a series representing the process of change. Index numbers are used as an indicator to indicate the changes in economic activity. They also provide framework for decision making and to predict future events. And here are the references that I use in conducting this video presentation. And that's all for my lecture. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. God bless.